Yo, what's poppin' everybody? Cerebral4. I have a TCG online match today with Umbreon GX and his partner Weavile. Highly offensive dark deck, lots of spread damage, lots of add-ons, good stuff. Decent for the standard format, obviously not a tier 1 deck. It has trouble against decks that heal, and of course fighting Pokemon destroy this deck. But it also has a good advantage against Malamar variants, and this is a deck we're going to be playing against today. I'm not going to sugarcoat it against these sort of ability decks, and especially Malamar decks because they have a lot of Dark Weak Pokemon too. You have a significant advantage. I normally never have a problem playing up against these decks. I usually win pretty easily. I quickly switch into focusing on Weavile as opposed to Umbreon GX and get easy knockouts. They just have these Malamar decks have too many Pokemon with abilities, and without Mr. Mime, Weavile really destroys a deck like this. Any deck with a lot of Pokemon with abilities is just really good. Uh, it's just that it hits your guys too, so you got to be careful. Of course, this deck, the way I have it built, I don't have Pokemon with abilities. Besides this little Eevee here, that's meant to evolve quickly with the evolution ability. Okay, so my opponent is getting some decent setup going. The 3 NKs are already out. He's going to play down an Oranguru, another Pokemon that gets really hurt against Weavile. Just 2 attacks and it's dead. And he plays down the spell tag. Now that's kind of annoying. Uh, if I kill the little dude, I get 4 damage counters. And yeah, that's another thing that the Psychic Pokemon can run that's pretty good. Okay, so Nest Ball, I get my Sneasel here, and we're gonna evolve into the Umbreon GX here. I actually would have preferred to have evolve into the Lost Thunder one, but unfortunately it was in the hand. Too bad. And I'm gonna use Lily. We can't play a lot of cards, so I'm not gonna draw a lot of shit, but it is what it is. Might as well get that big hand while we can. And Acrobike, shit choice between Copycat and Umbreon GX, and I know that I'm probably not gonna favor Umbreon GX so much when I see my opponent running Malamar. Uh, you know, these sorts of decks, Malamar variants. We have one already. There's another Umbreon GX in the deck, or in the prizes. I should have 3 and 4 along with the Lost Thunder one, so it doesn't really matter. Discard 1. I'm okay with that. So let's see what my opponent does. The question is, what sort of Malamar variant is he running? Because there's a lot of these decks, a lot of these different variants. You can go the pure, the standard one with the necrozma GX, Ultra Necrozma. You can go the spread one with Tapu Koko, Giratina. You can go something in between. Lots of different options you can do, with these psychic decks. So my opponent plays down the Shrine of Punishment, which leads me to believe it is going to be the spread one. Plays down to Tapu Koko, all the more evidence, and now all we gotta see is something like Giratina, and it'll be all but confirmed. This is the Giratina variant one. So probably a bit more troublesome because they only give 1 prizes. I kind of like killing Necrozma GX easily with Weavile as well. But Giratina is still weak to darkness, so that's kind of good, maybe, if he does play that down. So, spell tag and another spell tag. 3 damn spell tags. Fuck. So I really just don't want to knock those guys out. I'm just going to want to use the field blower first. Otherwise, we're going to get a lot of heavy damage if we knock those out. So, kind of shitty. I guess it's one of the ways this deck can counter against Weavile, but it's not really effective. I'm going to be able to... I have ways to play around that. Alright. And he played down the Tapu Lele, the psychic one, that moves the damage counters around. So it's basically the spread deck that we're talking about. So Flying Flip, gonna do 40 damage. Not so bad since I don't have a big bench. We're gonna evolve into our Weavile here. And I'm kind of lucky here. I have the Cuckoo in hand, so I'm gonna be able to get a one-shot on this Tapu Koko without too much trouble. And let's see here. Let's attach the Poison Barb too. Why not? He's going to attack me next turn anyway. The Choice Band is useless against this opponent. if he doesn't have GX Pokemon. So what I'm gonna do is I could have knocked out the NK honestly, but I really don't want to get the free damage counters with that little fucking thing. I mean, a field blower can only remove 2 of those tools anyway. It's not like I can remove 2, but not like I can remove all of them. But you never know. I might see both of them together. Uh, who knows? What I'm gonna do though is set up the Malamars. I put the 30 damage on the Malamar, and I'm gonna put the put 30 more on the other one, so that when Weavile attacks, they're all gonna die at the same time instantly. So I don't quite need to get a knockout on them just yet. So I spared the little NK for that reason too. It's actually in my interest for me to evolve into that guy, and I just get another easy knockout with Weavile. This deck, honestly, like even if you have 3 Malamars down, what is he gonna accelerate energy to? Like Giratina, Tapu Koko? They really don't do much against my deck. I don't really have to worry about him accelerating energy on a Pokemon like necrozma. So yeah, keep the NK, evolve into Malamar if you'd like. I'm just gonna knock him out, and I don't see them as, threats. That don't really contribute that much. I mean, he's powering up Giratina now, but okay. So he's doing his stuff, attaching a Psychic Energy here, probably gonna retreat into the Giratina. He can't quite attack though, evolves into Malamar right now. Okay, so that he doesn't leave him stuck there in the active position. But if you can't even perform an attack, that's kind of bad for you. I was going to make one hell of a difference, but he didn't manage to do so, of course. So let's see here. We're going to attach the Darkness Energy. I really just want to get rid of the Shrine. I have 2 stadiums in my deck, but we just kind of have to see our cards here. So another Sneasel with my Nest Ball, and let's just use this Cynthia. It kind of sucks that I have to shuffle all these supporters. Shitty hand, but it is what it is. At least we have the advantage here. So let's see. I think, should we bench the Eevee or should we not? It would have been easy if I had like an Umbreon in hand. I would have benched it, since I'm not attacking it with Weavile yet. But let's see. Should we start attacking with a Weavile or should I just still wait? We have to wait, otherwise I'm still gonna get the damage from the spell attacks. So one more Shadow Bullet, put the damage on the Malamar that doesn't have energies, and we get an easy knockout on the Giratina too before it does anything. So yeah, good little weakness advantage here. And I'm looking pretty good. All we want right now is to see some Field Blower so I can get rid of his spell tags and get a big, easy triple knockout with Weavile. Those Pokemon are basically already dead. As soon as I attack, they're already sort of checked in a way. Okay, so Distortion Door, Giratina is gonna revive it with his effect, putting the damage on. So far I'm not doing too bad, but it'd be good if I get more bench Pokemon down, so that we're not susceptible to that Tapu Lele. You never know when he decides to use it. I don't have that much damage on, so he could effectively knock out everybody, but we gotta be mindful. Unfortunately, one of the downsides of this deck is once I have the Weaviles ready, and I'm not really going to be attaching energies on Eevee, so he can become Umbreon, then you can't really play down the Eevee. Otherwise, you're going to kill it with your own attack. So you kind of have to shuffle them back into the deck when you use Cynthia, and that doesn't net you as much draw. So you have that downside. But it is what it is. It's the price to pay. It's honestly a small price to pay for the strength of Weavile's attack. Really, really broken spread attack. Rule of Evil. Okay, so what is he going to do here? He decided to attach the energies onto Giratina, making him ready to attack. But it seems he went ahead and attached DC on Uranguru, and he performed an attack there. So, okay, that's what you want to do. And I top deck the Guzma. I wonder if that's gonna really do anything here. What we want is field blowers and my stadium so I can finally get rid of that damn shrine. I really want to get rid of it because he's gonna get basically the knockout on my turn, and that's never good. So we see the devoured field, good, that's what I wanted to see. And let's get into Weavile mode here. Don't really have a switch, but it doesn't matter. We're going to spend the DC. We use the field blower too. I saw one of these, so that's good. I won't be able to get rid of all of the spell tags, but we get rid of two. That's not bad. So retreat. Weavile is going to become active, and we're going to get a triple knockout here, and a major hurt on the Uranguru as well. He got poisoned too thanks to the barb. And the pressure is on in my opponent. He's going to have to play flawlessly if he wants to do anything. I'm only going to need to get one prize. You know, Giratina is hurt, Uranguru is badly hurt, and I mean, Umbreon GX is going to get knocked out. He got knocked out thanks to the spell tag, and he's putting the damage counters on. This puts me in kind of a dangerous position, having only these two hurt. Weavile is there with 40 damage, but you know, that's the thing. He can't, even if he uses Tapu Lele, he can't quite win. One of them is going to stay alive, and then I win. So he can't quite use Tapu Lele. He needs to like knock out Weavile and have a fresh dude out, so that he doesn't die basically. But he really needs to do a lot of shit here if he wants to win. He has both of his main Pokemon with energies are hurt. So let's see what he does. What are you going to do, opponent? With 80 damage total, you can't knock out both Weaviles, so that's good for me. You can't even knock out one Weavile, actually. He has to make like a conventional attack. Let's see. Attaching a Psychic Energy on Tapu Lele. And the thing is that he doesn't even have the Malamars now for Energy Acceleration, and he really is in a tough spot. He's going to attach the spell tag, I guess, on the Giratina. Now that's interesting because then I might just, you know, knock my own stuff out. We end up in a tie. So gotta play down more Pokemon, I guess. He plays down the Marshadow, so that's gonna change our hand. But he really can't do much. Like I don't see anything, but we do have the Tate and Liza. So hopefully that helps me get basic Pokemon. But he really can't do anything. You know, thanks to the weakness, Sneasel can easily knock out Giratina too. All I have to do is just play a bench Pokemon to survive the spell tag, basically. And even with that, I'll be at 80. As long as he doesn't hurt me anymore, the dude on the bench, then we should be good, like with another Giratina maybe from the discard pile. So he's doing some shit, but he's basically going to scoop here, realizing that he can't really do anything. So victory for me, GG. Not a very difficult game at all. But like I've said, this deck has a very significant advantage against Malamar decks, Malamar variants. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends, and I'll see you guys on the next game. Cerebral 94, what's up?